Hey guys, this is Deanna.
Hey classmates, this is Brett. Welcome back to week 15 of Hard Lessons.
Ba-dum-bum.
Ba-dum-bum. How are you, Teach?
I'm tired.
It's been a stressful week, hasn't it?
Yeah, it really has. It really has been. But it's the week before break, and everybody is very tired.
Ready to take some time off.
Oh my gosh, yes. Everybody is just counting it down.
Yeah. And in 48 hours from right now, you'll be getting to love on the world's greatest granddaughter.
Yeah. Well, they have something they have to go do, but then they'll be back.
Yeah.
So, but yes, I will get to see her. We're going to make cookies and a mess so her mama can clean it up. And we're going to go shopping.
You got to take her to get ice cream.
I take her to get ice cream.
FaceTime Gru while you're doing it.
Yes, and FaceTime Gru.
Excellent.
Heck yeah.
All right, you ready to get started?
Absolutely. All right, class is in session.
The more you know.
The less you need. Is that what I say?
Every week.
I can't remember.
I love it. Have you ever wondered where the term piss poor comes from?
Not really.
You know what a tannery is?
A tannery?
Yeah, where the animals and
Oh, they skin them and then they do whatever with the skin, the hide, the tannery. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, now I do.
Okay, back in the 1880s, in the tannering process, they used urine.
Ew.
And so families that was poor would sell their urine to them. So that's where the term piss poor come from.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So if I ever play Jeopardy and this one comes up, I will know exactly.
I'm here to help.
There you go.
I may not know a lot, but what I know is a lot.
Needless information.
And useless. All right. So this week's episode is a true crime episode.
Yeah.
Finally, our second one.
I know. Definitely need to do more.
Yeah. And I'm still kind of on a Ouija kick from last week.
A Ouija.
Hey, you said it right, not Ouija.
It still sounds like it's a Ouija.
Ouija.
It's a redneck word.
So I got to thinking,
Uh-huh.
has a Ouija board ever caused somebody to commit murder?
I'm going to give it a good old college effort and say yes.
Hey, that's why you got a 4.0 at Lamar University.
Yes, big plug for Lamar University. If you're looking for a college, it is a good place to go. Online classes, 5 weeks at a time, week in between, and affordable.
That is right. Excellent university. Several athletes have gone there. I can't think of his name right now, but I was a huge fan of his when he was a Major League Baseball player. He's a graduate of Lamar. Mm-hmm. Played first baseman for the Boston Red Sox and several other clubs. I can't remember his name, though. Dang it.
It's okay.
Anyway.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. Go Bobcats. Lamar.
Cardinals.
I knew it was an animal.
Two totally different kinds.
Yeah.
Unless it's a flying bobcat.
Dude, you know how scary that would be.
Oh my gosh.
Lamar Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
We will be there next December.
Yes, we will.
But on to Moida.
Moida.
Murder.
Oh, murder.
Moida.
I was like, is this somebody's name? Because this is going to go into the Dybbuk box area. Because I don't know what's happening.
Moira and Moida.
Moida.
Murder.
Is that how Murder. Whatever. I can't say it.
Why, it's Moida. I think it was on the Three Stooges episode. I don't know. Anyway.
Okay.
So, yeah, so not a lot of information on these, but I've got like 3 cases that we're going to go over, maybe 4. I think 4. Anyway, we got some cases we're going to discuss.
That involved the Ouija?
Ouija. The first one, introduce you to Miss Nancy Bowen. She was born 1866 and died in 1960.
Ooh, she was part of that cult.
She was right in that time frame.
Mm-hmm. She had one of them Ouija boards under her bed.
In 1930, she was also a distraught widow. Her husband, Charlie, had just passed away.
That's sad. Oh, my gosh. I feel bad now.
Well, don't feel bad too long.
Okay.
So in her mourning of the death of her husband, she kept stressing that her main desire was to have just one last conversation with Charlie. So she talked to her friend, Lila Jimerson. And Jimerson suggested, well, let's use a Ouija board to contact Charlie. So they did. And to their surprise, Charlie's spirit came right through, like almost immediately.
Whoa.
Yeah. And Charlie had a lot to say. He was
I bet their fingers were moving fast.
They were like, you could see the smoke coming off of him. He was murdered, according to Charlie, by an evil witch in town. Now, and this lady is French. And I watched YouTube videos on how to pronounce her name.
The lady who murdered her? Him?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm only going to say her first name one time and then just call her by her last name the rest of this because I'm still not too confident in how to say it. An evil witch named Clotilde Marchand. So from now on in the rest of this episode, when talking about her, she's going to be Mrs. Marchand.
Marchand. Okay.
Okay. So, of course, Nancy has to confront Miss Marchand.
Did he give her any more details than that?
Mm-mm. He said that she murdered me.
He'd be like, well, why?
This confrontation led to Miss Marchand's young son coming home from school and finding her dead body, face mutilated by a hammer.
Uh-oh, Miss Nancy?
So, as it is with most cases, the police first suspect is Mr. Marchand, Henry Marchand, who was a famous French sculptor.
Oh.
But he was quickly removed from the suspect list due to alibis.
Okay.
So, but the police and this happened in Buffalo, New York in 1930.
Okay.
So the investigation quickly uncovered one of the wildest cases they had ever seen up to that point.
Oh my gosh.
There was an eyewitness that saw Nancy leaving the house.
Okay.
And so police bring her in for an interview, and she tells them the wild story of the Ouija and what Charlie had said, that Miss Marchand murdered him. So, of course, Nancy was immediately arrested.
Well, of course.
Charged with murder.
Seems legit.
Seems legit. However,
Oh, no.
Nancy's story has a flaw. A big flaw, you might say.
Okay.
You want to take a guess what it might be? Nancy could not read.
Oh my gosh. But her friend could.
Lila used Nancy's superstition to deceive her into killing Miss Marchand.
Oh no.
Why would Lila want Nancy to murder her?
Oh, maybe this Marchand lady had a thing for Nancy's man.
Lila's man?
Lila's man, whatever. Yes, Lila's man. I'm sorry, I got him confused.
No, you're good. Kinda.
Kinda?
See,
Okay.
Henry may not have been a murderer, but he was far from perfect and had multiple affairs.
Ooh, so she was bebopping Henry.
Lila was one of the ladies he was having an affair with, and Lila thought they could have more than an affair if Miss Marchand was out of the way.
Oh.
So,
That's so terrible.
and Lila also quickly turned on Henry. Spoiler alert, she was arrested. Lila was charged with murder.
So how did they figure out that she couldn't read? That Nancy couldn't read?
Gave her a little test because one of the other cops knew Nancy and Charlie.
Yeah.
And so he wrote a note down and said, "Here, have her read this to you." And she couldn't.
Oh, well, thank goodness for that guy then. Because otherwise she would have gone to prison for that.
Absolutely.
That's terrible because she wouldn't even be able to read anything. That other lady's not no
Lila.
friend, Lila.
So Lila quickly turned on Henry, saying that he told her he wanted his wife dead. Absolutely nothing came of that accusation, though. She was just trying to put the blame elsewhere.
Okay.
Sadly, there was no justice for Miss Marchand in this case. After 2 trials, Lila was eventually acquitted. Lila,
Yes. I want to know why she was acquitted.
the jury just kept coming back on a hung jury, and the judge finally said, "You know what? We're not doing this again."
Was that jury full of men?
I don't know.
I wanna know.
None of the articles I read
I want to
said.
go back and say, how could you not?
Yeah.
I mean, she freaking manipulated her friend Nancy into killing,
Who was already...
distraught and grieved.
Yeah.
And she couldn't even read. So, I'm like, just for that, she should have.
Should have gone on to prison.
Yes. Now, what is that called nowadays? I'm sorry.
Where you manipulate somebody?
Yeah, so in law, like, it happens all the time.
Where you don't do the murder, but you get somebody else to do it for you.
Yeah.
Coercion. Something like that.
Something.
I'll have it for next week.
Okay, well, make yourself a note so we can... Law dog, you should know this.
I have not been a cop since 2007.
Oh, okay. Well, you need to get back to it.
I'd love to.
Anyway, I'm sorry. I interrupted.
No. You're good. I just need to think about how to write this down so I remember it.
Law dog. Can't believe that.
What?
Lila.
Well, she's not a good person.
No.
Now, Nancy didn't go to trial. She just pled guilty to and they dropped it to manslaughter. So I think in the first episode we discussed the different, like, between capital murder, second degree murder, premeditated murder, and manslaughter. So manslaughter is basically where you do something that you should know, hey, this could really, really hurt, possibly kill this person, but you go ahead and do it anyway.
Okay.
There was a case when I was either still in the academy or I just graduated in one of the area towns here where during the summer they were hood surfing on a car going down Main Street.
Yikes.
The driver hit a bump. One of the kids fell off and hit his head and died immediately. And the driver was charged with manslaughter.
Yeah. Okay. So what, Nancy?
So Nancy pled guilty to manslaughter.
Okay.
And served a whopping 1 year in prison.
Good.
So
I mean, yeah, she killed
bad
that
for Miss
lady.
Marchand, but
Yeah.
Nancy really didn't deserve a harsh punishment.
No. I'm sure somebody would disagree on that, but...
Right. Now, I said Henry was not a good guy.
Yeah, he was a cheater.
Just one last note here before we move on to the next case. Mm-hmm. After the trial, Henry moved to Troy, New York,
Okay.
where he married
Dun, dun, dun.
his sister's 18-year-old foster daughter.
Oh my gosh. Talk about robbing the cradle.
Yeah,
Well, I say that. I don't know how old these people were, but still.
exactly.
Miss Lila would have just ended up hurt anyway.
Mm-hmm.
She wouldn't have had her man to begin with.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. So that's how the Ouija board plays in is Lila conned her friend Nancy. Mm-hmm. So she could have been moving that thing all over the place and Nancy wouldn't have known.
Exactly. So that happened in 1930. Mm-hmm. Now we're going to take a little trip in the time machine to 1933. Not very far, just a little doop doop.
There you go.
And we're going to talk about 15-year-old Maddie Turley. Maddie. Her and her father, Ernest, had gone out on their property to shoot some skunks.
Okay.
Don't blame them, those vile, nasty.
Hush.
Side note, Teach wants to get a pet skunk as a baby, remove its stinker, and raise it as a pet. But why can you not do that, Teach?
Because it's illegal in the state of Texas. So is owning a raccoon.
Any wildlife.
But people do.
Well, I ain't breaking the law.
Well, I won't just tell you that I have one.
Okay, come home, the furniture's all torn up one day, I'm going to be like, Teach.
Some wild animal came in. I don't know.
Because we're in an area that is just full of wild animals.
Yes. You don't know. They're crazy.
Absolutely. Anywho, while out skunk hunting, Maddie shot her father twice in the back. As she tripped and fell down.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the daddy doing to her?
Absolutely nothing. However, after Ernest died, spoiler alert, Ernest didn't make it.
Oh, well.
Maddie changed her story.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, she didn't trip and fall down. She was playing Ouija with her mom that morning before they went out hunting. Her mom's name was Dorothea Turley.
Okay.
Maddie was ordered by the spirit world to murder her father.
Oh my gosh.
Maddie could read.
Okay, I was like, is this another one of them cases? Like, shame on these freaking people for doing that.
Now, the very first question would be, why would the spirit world want Maddie to kill her father?
Exactly. Was he a bad guy?
No.
Life insurance.
No, divorce wasn't really... was kind of frowned upon back then. Mm-hmm. So, if her father was dead, her mom could actually marry someone that makes her happy.
Oh.
Yeah. So Maddie could read, but there was still some manipulation going on here.
Something. Or if she manipulated her mama into thinking that's what the board said.
No, Mom was manipulating Maddie.
Okay.
So she could get out of this horrible marriage and marry somebody that makes her happy.
Okay.
Dorothea assured Maddie that she would not be arrested because she was just complying with orders from the spirit world. You won't get in trouble. It's all okay.
Yeah.
Dorothea denied it all. However, the jury found her guilty anyway.
Yeah, she was telling her 15-year-old daughter. She manipulated her 15-year-old daughter to kill.
To kill and murder.
My gosh.
However, some more howevers.
Oh my gosh.
3 years after her conviction, the Supreme Court of Arizona, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but this happened
No,
in
I was
Arizona.
actually thinking like hillbilly or something land.
Yeah, this was in Arizona.
I mean, you're going skunk hunting. I mean,
Well, they got skunks in Arizona.
yeah, well,
Maybe even some hillbillies.
probably some desert people. Desert billies.
I think we have our new T-shirt.
Desert
Desert
Billy?
Billies. I could see the guy now. He's got a long beard and cut off like overall shorts.
Yes.
No shirt.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe a straw hat or
Well,
something.
yeah, that's a song up there. You got
Exactly.
You know.
We need somebody, classmates, that makes T-shirts. If Teach can say she needs a bell to ring before class and to dismiss class, and the next week somebody sends us this cute bell with the smiley face on it, we need Desert Billy T-shirts. Anybody that's a T-shirt
reminds
maker.
me of, you say that, what is that old cartoon? And he had that corn cob pipe.
Snuffy Smith.
And his beard was so long and gray that he would just trip over it all the time.
Yeah.
And, oh!
Absolutely. Absolutely. So getting back to this.
Okay.
Yeah. Back to the Desert Billies. 3 years after the conviction, the Supreme Court of Arizona reversed the conviction and released Dorothea from prison
Okay, why?
because the trial court refused to allow evidence that Maddie was lying. And the Supreme Court didn't think that was fair.
Well, it's not.
Yeah.
Oh, so maybe the Supreme Court was thinking that was Maddie needed to be punished and not the mom.
Oh, well, and Maddie was punished, but they didn't. They thought, well, Maddie could have made this whole deal up, and she just killed her dad, and saying that her mom said.
Oh,
this.
because her mom. Okay, I got you.
Maddie, who remember was only 15 years old, spent the rest of her childhood in juvenile detention.
Yikes.
Upon release, she never contacted or spoke with Dorothea again.
Well, I don't blame her.
I really don't either.
I wonder what happened to her. Like,
She lived a good life.
you think you
Yeah.
didn't look it up, huh?
I didn't look it up. She
Because
lived-
it'd be like, where'd she go to live?
She stayed in Arizona. Had a nice little double wide out in the middle of the
You
middle of
don't
the
know.
desert.
They didn't have no double wides in the 30s.
Well, they had to start
40s
sometime.
and 50s, but
They had
still.
to start sometime.
Yeah, no.
Married Jim Bob from down at the grocery store, and
No,
they
don't
had
be
4
lying.
kids.
Don't be lying.
Do you know that for a fact that did not happen?
No, but I know
Okay.
you don't either.
I have my thoughts.
Okay. That's your opinion, right?
Yeah.
There you go. Making a happy little story for
Happy
her.
little story. I mean, Maddie went through it.
That's right.
She deserved happiness.
Yep.
So those are 2 cases from the 1930s.
That involved the Ouija board.
That involved the Ouija board. So nothing like that would happen nowadays, would it?
Right. People are still stupid. So I'm going to say, oh, it's happened a lot.
2001.
Ooh. It's a pretty good year.
Good year. We got married.
Well, the latter half of it. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my niece got married in 2001, too. And so did your brother.
Which niece?
Jennifer. Went up
you
to
mean-
Washington.
You mean our niece?
Well, at the time, she was my niece.
Yeah.
Okay.
You and your 100-year-old grandmother flew to Washington?
Yeah.
And Mom, but
Yeah.
they about not let Granny on the plane because they
know.
couldn't have the birth certificate.
Well, because she didn't have a photo ID.
That's what it was.
Yeah, and it was like she can't drive. But they let her on.
That's good. Okay, 2001. 53-year-old Carol Sue Elvaker was playing Ouija with her daughter Tammy and Tammy's two daughters. So Carol's grandkids. Their names were not mentioned because one was 15 and one was 10. So,
Okay.
Carol received a message that Tammy's husband, Brian, was evil.
Okay, so
On the Ouija.
the mom, Carol, received a message
That her son-in-law.
that her son-in-law was evil.
Evil!
Got
Yeah.
my little pinky up to my knee.
Yeah. So, what'd Carol do? She got up, walked over to her kitchen and grabbed a knife and went and stabbed Brian while he slept.
Oh, she's like a hardcore mama.
One of the granddaughters went in to stop her, and Carol stabbed her as well.
Maybe she was possessed.
Might have been. I mean, they were playing with the Ouija.
I know it. You don't ever know about them things.
As Brian lay there bleeding to death, Carol forced Tammy and the two granddaughters into her car. So she stabbed at one of the granddaughters, but like maybe cut her.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't. She didn't kill her. Brian does die.
Yeah. Okay.
Carol tried driving the car off the road, but that only caused minor injuries. So she's still got it in her mind that these people are evil. I'm
I'm confused.
She's got her and Tammy's two daughters in her car.
In the car, and she's trying to drive off.
Now, she did drive off the road, but it only caused minor injuries to them.
Was she trying to drive off on purpose?
Mm-hmm.
So she was trying to kill themselves or something? Mm-hmm. Because she thought who was evil?
All of them.
Well, the board only said Brian.
Well, we're not done with Carol yet.
Oh my gosh, maybe she's a little bit desert Billy.
Maybe, because it never did say where she was from, where this happened.
Okay.
So then Carol attempts to push one of the granddaughters into the highway in front of oncoming traffic.
Why wasn't this daughter trying to beat the crap out of her mama? Like, you ain't doing that to my kids.
Yeah. Maybe she was afraid of her mom. Maybe she was in cahoots with her mom. Let's read forward. However, the granddaughter did survive. Attempted to push her into traffic because she thought she inherited Brian's evil.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. She was
She was what?
found insane and committed to a psychiatric hospital.
Carol? Mm-hmm. Little dog.
That's where she spent her time.
So she apparently got caught.
Oh, well, yeah. She was caught. Tammy, the daughter, was just afraid.
Okay.
Didn't know what was going on. And so she was not charged with anything.
Okay.
You know.
So, like, maybe one of the people that Carol was trying to push the granddaughter car or in front of a car, maybe they called the cops.
Maybe it didn't say how the cops were notified. It just...
Or a trial or anything.
Yeah.
I wonder if she had any episodes before that.
It didn't say in the article.
Huh.
It did not
Okay.
say. All right, so our last one, and this is a very short one.
Okay.
No names on this also because of being underage. But surely nothing like this would happen here in Texas.
Not the greatest state in the yeah. I was gonna say the Confederate U.S.
That's what that guy I used to work with would say. It's the greatest state in the Union.
Oh my gosh. Ooh, I need a nap.
Maybe we should have some more of that whiskey cake.
Shoo, nasty. No, you can eat it.
So, 2012,
Not too long ago.
Westlaco, Texas.
Where is that even located?
Down on the border.
Okay.
Down the valley.
Okay.
So, way far down there. And again, no names. Young man stabbed his friend in the stomach. The friend survived.
Okay.
When asked why, the Ouija board told me to.
That was it?
That was it. pled insanity. That's all that was written about that one.
Wow. It's like,
Well, because of being juveniles, they couldn't give out too much details.
no, but the details that they could have gave out wouldn't have done anything except, well, when did you play this game? When did it tell you to do this?
Right. Exactly.
Have you ever played this thing before? Have you ever had these thoughts before? Stupid freaking people.
They're not the brightest, are they, love?
So he pled insane, and so now he's just living in the free world insane, or is he...
I'm hoping he's getting the help he needs to move on in life.
Something, because that one is very, very short.
Very, very short.
Okay.
So, that's it. My bibliography, rd.com, Reader's Digest. Chilling true crimes involving Ouija boards. I did not finish this one out. It just says Claremont, so I'm going to assume Claremont.com, Claremont.net. The Ouija board feeder is the name of the article.
Oh my gosh, that just sounds freaking creepy.
And then a news station, newson6.com. Article is Woman Driven to Kill by Ouija Board, investigators say.
I think the Ouija board is just an excuse. What do they call it?
Alibi? No.
No. Yeah, anyway.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah. Still, it still just leads into just don't.
Exactly.
Just don't. We've watched enough Dead Files to know.
We're basically detectives.
That you don't play with the Ouija board. Especially if you already know you're having things weird happening in your house. You just don't.
Uh-huh.
So why in the world would somebody that's already freaking insane want to play it? So I don't know.
Well,
y'all are just stupid. Sorry. If you play the Ouija board out there, I'm sorry. I think it's stupid, and it's just not going to happen in my house or in my world. So don't come
Little
in my
does she
world.
know.
No, sir. Somebody would be packing up and leaving. It's just dumb. It just denotes evil.
Yeah.
I don't care if it wasn't it was invented not to be evil. Nope.
It is a what did we learn last week?
It's a family board game.
It's a wholesome family board game.
Yes. It's a wholesome conjuring freaking spirits board. Why don't we just have a little seance around it? Like, ooh,
You want to?
No. Like you can't do this while I'm gone. You can go somewhere else and do this, and then before you get home, I'm going to be sprinkling you with holy water and walking around you 7 times praying with sage.
I would say I would do it while you're gone, but Sam would rat me out.
Yes,
Mom, you know what we did?
Yeah, he would, like in a heartbeat.
I couldn't even buy that boy's silence.
Nope. Like, it's not worth it.
No, I wouldn't do it anyway. I have no desire.
I just don't understand. I don't understand the thought process behind why people actually want to play this wholesome game. Are they really wanting to conjure something? Now, are they wanting something to conjure something evil? Or dead or whatever. I don't understand the logic behind it. So, anyway, let's move on from that because my opinion is not going to be changed.
I understand. So, what's my grade this week, Teach?
I'd have to give you a B.
A B?
Yeah.
That seems fair.
Yeah. I think so. I mean, it was still interesting how, this
I feel so bad for Nancy.
game can people use this game to manipulate other people into doing things, or that they truly believe that it's telling them something.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
anywho, boo.
All right, well, let's get drawing. Now, next week will be our last episode until we take our break.
Okay.
No, one more after that. Because next week will be next Thursday's, spoiler alert, we don't release till Sunday, but we record on Thursdays. So next Thursday will be the 30th, so we'll have one more after.
One more.
So
awesome.
2 more episodes till we take our break.
Awesome. And it is true crime.
True crime, awesome.
Sweet. I hope it's somebody that is like,
I kind of have an idea. Kind of a Thanksgiving-y true crime.
Ooh. Cool.
All right, well.
I like it. Spooky, spooky.
Guys, enjoy your Thanksgiving. Don't eat too much. Enjoy your family time.
Yes, make very good positive memories.
Absolutely. Teach and I wish all y'all a happy Thanksgiving, and somebody make us a Desert Billy shirt.
So funny. Class is dismissed.
Bye, guys.